Okay, we are now recording. So I'm going to welcome everybody to our immune system support event, how to support your immune system like a boss. I am extraordinarily excited to share this information with you tonight. My name is Kristen Boucher, and I am a nurse. My background is in nursing. I'm no longer practicing as a nurse. So this is really kind of fun stuff. This is kind of geeky, sciencey, neat stuff that's really going to kind of make your head explode in a good way. So I got started with Young Living. It's been about 6 years, a little over 6 years now. And I was doing health coaching and blogging, and I had 2 young kids at the time. I had a 1-year-old and a 4-year-old, and I was burning the wick at both ends. I was running my own business, and I was completely mentally and physically exhausted. And my hormones were out of control, and my friends kept telling me to get some essential oils, and I was like, yeah, okay, I have essential oils. I get them on Amazon. What's the big deal? I started using Young Living oils, and I was like, that's the big deal. Night and day, completely different quality from what I was using. So long story short, here we are today, 6.5 years later, with a big, huge team all over the world now, and just sharing the oily love. And it is just so much fun, such a blessing. It's brought so many incredible people into our lives that I cannot express that. So tonight I am excited and thrilled and honored to be joined by Christina Bakayaki. She's a rock star. She is a senior star leader with Young Living. She is like the ultimate mom boss. She has 4 kids. So like right there, like, you know, she's super mom, runs her own business. She's a daycare provider, preschool teacher. She just knows her stuff. And she has had an incredible story around healing her body with natural substances, I should say. So I'm going to introduce Christina, and then we're going to jump right into the content of tonight. So thanks so much for being here.
Thank you, Kristen. That was a very warm welcome. Hi, everybody. So good to see you. So yeah, my story is one that started when I was very, very ill for a good portion of my life. So as Kristen said, I'm a mom of 4. They range from the ages of 5 to 12. They're all girls. And I have been running a daycare and a preschool for over a decade now. So kids are kind of my thing. And throughout that time, I went through a period where I got very, very, very ill, and my body started to shut down. And it was based on hormones. My thyroid didn't work, and I had been on medicine for a really long time, but it just wasn't jiving. And I went through a period of immense stress. And those, coupled with just the normal everyday life that we all do, took me down. It took me down to the point where I ended up with a hysterectomy before I was 40. I had major inflammation in my body to the point where they thought that I had early arthritis at the age of 40. I grew a mass right here on my chest, the whole 9 yards. And it was at that point that I said, I need to find something better. So I had been living organically since my first was born. So it had been, at that point, 8 years where I was very healthy already. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't enough to just change my food and change my beauty products, because I still had all of these holes in my immune system. So I called Kristen and I said, hey, I heard of you. Would you meet for coffee? Because I can't take this anymore. I am so sick. I am so unwell, and I can't function in my life. So she met me for coffee and changed my entire world. She introduced me to a couple basics, one of which was Ningxia Red. We're going to talk about that today, but I swear it saved my life. There was about a 3-month period where I wasn't able to even consume food, and the only thing I could keep down was Ningxia. And all my blood work would say that I was spot on perfect. They were like, we don't understand how you don't eat, because you are right on key on everything. And it allowed me to start getting well, and then to just keep taking those steps. And so now I have decided to take this on as a new passion of mine to share, just like she shared with me. I want other people to feel better and not feel as bad as I felt. So I've joined this team, and we now have a wellness channel to my business, and here I am. So I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
Yay. That is such an amazing story. And those kinds of transformational, powerful health changes are just what lights my fire, hearing that. So thank you so much for sharing that. Okay, we're going to dive in. I'm going to bring up my fancy slides, and I want, if you guys can just give me a thumbs up when you can see my screen. And I'm also going to ask, because we are a wonderful community, I can't see the chat when I have the slides up. So if y'all can just kind of monitor the chat, and if there's a question in there that you feel comfortable with answering, this is for everybody here tonight, please do. Otherwise, we'll just kind of go through it at the end and answer every question that we can. Okay, now I'm
I
share.
just need to hold on.
No, not share. What am I doing? I can't even use Google Docs. There we go. All right, can you guys see my screen?
I can. I'm
Okay,
good.
perfect, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to just jump right in. So as you may already know, diet and lifestyle have a profound influence over how long we live and how healthy we are and how good we feel. I mean, eureka, right? So according to one study, only 40% of our life expectancy is determined by our genetic makeup. So that means the remaining 60%, and I would argue that's even more, is determined by our food choices, our activity, and our environment. So that's something that we are in control of. And particularly in the current situation that we are in, which shall not be named, but we know that the folks that are having mortality from that, or were having mortality, or that are having really bad complications from that, smoking, diabetes, chronic disease, obesity, those are the things that are causing so much distress in our healthcare system and their bodies. So a lot of that can be something we can control for the most part. So what happens when our bodies that it needs daily support? So our bodies care about two things: getting the nutrients that we need and dealing with the toxins that we encounter on a daily basis. So those are pretty much the two things. If we can keep these two things in balance, then we're going to be pretty healthy. And as we grow older, we see a steady decline in our immune system, particularly due to DNA damage from free radicals. You've probably heard of those things, free radicals. And it tilts our body into a state of inflammation, the same kind of inflammation that Christina was just talking about. So I'm sure you've heard of inflammation before. It's kind of like the silent killer. It can create heart disease and diabetes and all kinds of issues, and autoimmune diseases, all kinds of things. So when our bodies encounter toxins, whether it's from food or our environment, our cells either die off or they mutate and become cancerous, which is frightening. So think about it like a car. The older the engine, the more pollutants come out. So that's why as your car ages, particularly here in Massachusetts, it gets a lot harder to pass the state inspection because you have all of these emissions that you're putting out from an older car. So the same goes with our bodies. So going back to our bodies, the worse our diet is, the more pollutants that come out of our cells, the more chemicals that we're rubbing on our body or inhaling while we're cleaning our homes, the more pollutants come out, and so on and so forth. So these pollutants are called free radicals. Show of hands, or just a little me in the chat, who's heard of free radicals before? If you've been with us for a long time, you've heard me talking about free radicals before. They are those pesky little buggers that disease us and age us. They create all kinds of havoc to our cells. That creates a lot of work for our immune system, which then has to go back and repair ourselves. So it's kind of like being a parent, keeping our homes clean amongst kids, animals, life, being quarantined. We're constantly cleaning up after all the things. So this is what our immune system is doing all day long, every single day, 24 hours a day. It is our primary safeguard to keeping disease in check. So how does the immune system work? So right here, these are kind of the 5 big things that create havoc in the immune system. So we get sick for several reasons. And sometimes not just sick with a cold or the flu or the stomach bug, you can get really, really, really sick, chronic disease. When our immune systems are switched off for the following reasons: stress, digestive weakness, messed up guts, lack of key nutrients, and lack of adequate sleep. So more than likely, you're experiencing some of these things perhaps right now, because we're kind of in a really weird state of uncertainty right now. That's creating a lot of distress in our bodies. So only when we are well rested, nourished, have healthy guts, does our immune system truly have the ability to kick in and keep us healthy. So interestingly, being sick is our body's way of healing after a long period of stress. So this is why people tend to get sick during the holidays, because it's the perfect storm for illness to sneak in, right? We're out there. We're going to all the parties. We're seeing everybody. We're wrapping presents late into the night, or we're shopping, and we're just doing too many things. We're not getting enough sleep. We're stressed out. We're eating like crap. Boom. Christmas Day, you get sick, right? Has that ever happened to anybody before? Multiple times. Literally, Christmas Day is a day that the wheels fall off the bus. So why do we get sick? That is the magic question. Is it germs, or is it stress, or is it both? So there's two schools of thought. Whoa, what am I doing here? Oh, shoot, I'm all out of order. Good thing. All right, forget the slides. Something weird happened there. So why do we get sick? There are two schools of thought when it comes to research on how we get sick. This is really fascinating. First is the germ theory, okay? The germ theory, and then the pleomorphism theory. In the simplest of terms, we either get sick from germs that we come in contact with, or we get sick only when the terrain of the body becomes favorable to disease. Now, in the former, the germ theory, we're all familiar with. That is what's happening right now. Well, that is what we're thinking is happening right now. That is why all of the hand sanitizer was going out of stock. That is why everyone's washing their hands like crazy. And not that that's a bad thing. That is a good thing. We want to make sure that when we come in contact with germs, we get them off of our body, because otherwise it goes into our body and our immune system has to work harder to fight them. So what I could never understand was how some people can get so sick so easily, and then often, and some do not, but then recover quickly. So you know those people, right? The ones that can like literally travel and do all the things, never get sick, or then you come in contact with one person and then you're sick for 2 weeks, right? You just never quite know. So the mere presence of germs does not constitute the presence of illness or disease. So the pleomorphism theory hinges on the health of our microbiome. If you've heard that before, that is our human cells along with all the bacteria that live in our bodies. That's basically our gut. So when our microbiome is disturbed, it can create an environment for opportunistic bacteria to cause disease and illness. So Christina, when did I all right, I'm going to hand it over to you now. So
you got it.
Has your mind been blown yet? I'm going to pull the slides down for a second and see if I can fix it while you're going.
Okay.
And then we'll go from there. Sorry, guys. This is real life. This is my state of my being right now. My slides are completely messed up. All right.
You
so
take a minute. We can
take it away, Christina.
All right. So awesome information. With that in mind, what can we do to ensure our body is healthy and our immune systems are strong? Basically, we need to foster a healthy terrain. So we need to flood our bodies with the nutrients and the antioxidants to keep our cells clean and healthy. We need to give them what they need to do their job, which is keeping us healthy. You wouldn't pump dirty gas into a Ferrari, right? We would get the high-end gas. This is kind of the same idea. We want to give our bodies what it needs. So think of your body like a car. We need to fuel it for the run, but in turn, we create pollutants as we burn that fuel. If we're fueling our body with bad fuel, those pollutants increase tenfold, especially as we get older and our engines don't run as well. And what do these pollutants do? They damage our DNA, and they either kill off our cells or make mutant cells that can cause cancer or other degenerative diseases. So what's the magic bullet? Well, besides being completely clean, eating completely clean, unprocessed food and living in a bubble, which although we're all trying, I don't think we can do that for long. We need antioxidants. That is the magic bullet, is antioxidants. We've all heard of these. This term is out there, right? So what they do is they go in and they support our bodies to process and to undo these damage that has been done to our cells, called oxidative stress. The free radicals are doing every single day and keeping our bodies kind of just moving along. So we've all heard about them. They're in things like blueberries and pomegranates. And if you're a fan of those yummy like acai bowls, my 10-year-old is obsessed with them. They're in there too. And how do you know which foods to choose? So what's really awesome, I think this is so cool. I love the science part too, Kristen, is there is actually a measurement tool called is it ORAC scale? Did I say that right? Don't ask me what it stands for. I have no idea. But it's a measurement of how many antioxidants are in each food. So it's going to rank which foods are the best. So blueberries have a value of 9,621. That sounds pretty good. But pomegranates have a score of 10,500. Pomegranates are good. We've all had those palm drinks. Those are so delicious, right? But let's do even better. Elderberries have a score of 14,697. So we're getting even better. And there actually was a Norwegian study that showed flu patients who received elderberry syrup felt better about 4 days sooner than those who received a placebo. So elderberry syrup, a lot of us have heard people, they make it at home. I mean, you're really getting a lot in there. But none of it compares to the Ningxia. Right here, this stuff, my lifeblood right here. So these have a score of almost 30,000. Like 30,000. Oh my goodness, no wonder this kept me alive. So super berries are awesome at helping our bodies to overcome the damage and highly anti-aging. So let's talk about the wolfberry for a moment. You might be familiar with the jojoba berries. The wolfberries are like the same thing. Wolfberries are from China and the jojoba berries are from India. So kind of that same region. But here's the thing, not all wolfberries are created equal. So the best source and the highest one on that ORAC scale comes from the Ningxia province in China. What's the name? I don't think I can say that correctly, Kristen. Huanghe, Yellow River. The Yellow River originates in the Himalayan mountains and flows through the Ningxia province. The river creates a unique mineral-rich fertile ground that produces incomparably potent wolfberries. It is in this area of the Ningxia Valley where the wolfberries are the highest in antioxidants. I'm guessing that's what your young living hits them. So I could go on for days talking about Ningxia. It is my favorite product ever. It is the ultimate easy button. So I tell people if there's one thing you change in your life right now today, it is to start drinking this every single day. And you will notice a difference. I've seen it time and time and time again. I have seen it. It is the ultimate easy button. It is infused with this Ningxia wolfberry plus the powerful essential oils that are known for immune support, which is going to just pump them up even more. So the cool thing about infusing essential oils into supplements is twofold. It enhances the bioavailability of any supplement. And this is a big deal. If you're into supplements, it's really important to have something that has bioavailability. And in short, it means that your body is able to absorb it. And what's crazy is that if you don't have a supplement that has bioavailability, your body's ability to absorb is about 5 to 10%. So you're literally excreting the rest. So you're wasting your money. Young livings are bioavailable. So you are going to be able to actually use all of that. And I'm pretty sure the last time I checked, it was above 95% that you're able to absorb. So again, you're getting the most bang for your buck. So you can excrete less and have more good stuff. Essential oils also provide a level of synergy that enhances the effectiveness and efficiency of both the supplements, which is the elderberry syrup, and the oil working together. So it just really marries really well. I like to describe it as if you picture like Swiss cheese, the essential oils fill in all the holes and make that stronger. So it just fortifies everything and just gives you literally like the best thing ever. Another simple hack for solid immune support. So you want to feed the good bugs and crowd out the bad bugs. So we're getting into the gut now. The gut is super important. Our immune system lives in the gut. We need to make sure that is taken care of. And this is where one of the things that I had struggled with to correct and get better for so long, even though I was taking probiotics, I was drinking tons of water, I cut out all of these things. For me, it took stepping up and getting into the good supplements and the Ningxia Red to truly see life-changing differences. So you're going to take care of it. So you've probably heard there's good bugs and there's bad bugs. We have, unfortunately, as a human race, spent probably the last 2 decades trying to get rid of bacteria with antibacterial everything and an overload of antibiotics. Unfortunately, this killed not only the bad, but the good, and so we're all trying to come back from it. We also ended up with an epidemic of leaky gut syndrome and so many gut issues and antibiotic resistant superbugs. This is not good. We don't need these problems in our life. Fortunately, triclosan, so bad at reading all of these medical words, but one of the chemical agents responsible for that antibacterial has now been banned. So too little, too late, which is unfortunately a lot of times what happens with regulations and why we have to be really careful, but now they can't do it anymore. There's also a ton of research around on the mind-gut connection. And this is really, really important, especially as we get older, because your gut is how you take care of it is going to affect how your brain ages. But it's also really important when you're younger too, and you're developing. And so a quick Google search will show you some fascinating information. Our gut is connected to mental health, autism, all of those types of things. So how do you fix this? You flood your body with good bugs. So things like probiotics, probiotic-rich fermented foods like sauerkraut and yogurt. We take here in this house this probiotic, which is called Life 9 from Young Living, and I absolutely love it. And so keeping those things in there is good. They also have one for the children as well called the Mighty Pro. And they can take it. It's like a little, I have it next door. My kids actually mix it in with their Ningxia between that and the magnesium one. They take their pick. The other thing you can do, your next strategy, would be to use essential oils and CBD, and these help keep your cells clean. I cannot rave enough about CBD, and I love the Young Living CBD line because I am so thankful that I finally have a CBD product that I can trust where it comes from. So CBD will change your life. It can make you, so many things can help you on your way to wellness, but it can reduce stress and it can help you sleep better. So essential oils have been called the lifeblood of a plant. They circulate through the plant tissue and pass through the cell walls, and that's why they call them essential oils for them. They carry the nutrients into all the cells. So when essential oils are applied to people or animals, they do the same thing. They can increase our ability to absorb vitamins and other nutrients, as well as supporting literally every single body system, from our immune system to our emotions, our respiratory system, our brain health, our digestion, our muscles and joints, and everything in between. Essential oils also possess homeostatic intelligence. So that means a state of perfect wellness. Perfect wellness, right? What we're all trying to achieve. It is a biological process within a living organism where it's functioning exactly as it should. And I truly believe that our bodies can achieve this if we treat them correctly and we help them and support them. CBD offers a similar effect as well by reducing the inflammation, and when used with those essential oils, the effects are incredible for immune supporting benefits. We'll talk more about this in a minute, but we're going to go on to talking about clearing out the toxins in your life. So if you're doing all of this good stuff for your body, it makes no sense to undo that good by exposing yourself to toxins in your daily life. This is where you can ditch and switch everything in your home to help with everything that you're doing, improve your daily routines that are already laced with toxins and that are creating those free radicals, which are just aging our cells in our body, and replace them with cleaner, toxin-free alternatives. For example, you can swap out your cleaner with something like this and make your thieves save a ton of money and have something that is non-toxic and truly healthy for your house. We also love to diffuse the thieves. I diffuse thieves right now in the situation that we're in. I diffuse thieves once a day in my house, and then the other I diffuse all day long and all night, actually. And at least one of those times will always be thieves because it will clean my air. And I use the Thieves hand sanitizer and the soap. I actually use the laundry detergent. I make everything. I absolutely love Thieves. I made my own glass cleaner. There's the word I need to use, a glass cleaner today. And again, it was just the Thieves cleaner and some vinegar and some lemon essential oil. So it's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Cleaner is the best. That is it's a one-stop shop for everything.
So good. Yeah.
I'm going to just stop the screen share for 1 second and hop into the chat. I'm curious, how many people do we have here that are already using oil? So if you could just pop in the chat and say me, Are you already with Young Living or already not? So I can get an idea. It's like kind of a good idea to know your audience. So I'm just looking in the chat really quick. Yes. Yay. Awesome. Awesome. Okay. So we have a lot of people that are already killing it and getting lots and lots of good stuff from Young Living. And so what I'm gonna do right now is we're gonna walk really quickly kind of through the starter kit and the oils that are in there that support the immune system specifically, because I wanna make sure that, especially if you're newer, you're getting the most out of your starter kit, especially since we're talking immune support. The cool thing about the starter kit is that it really and truly is the most incredible and comprehensive cross-section of oils that support every body system, but particularly the immune system. So really, really, really quickly, 3 ways to use oils, because again, I'm recording this and there might be people that may want to share this with their friends who may not yet be part of Young Living. So I'm going to go over this really quickly. 3 ways to use essential oils: topically, aromatically, and internally. Topically, putting the oils on your skin, they're absorbing there, they're getting into your bloodstream, you're getting all of the wonderful benefits of the essential oil. Aromatically, I'm getting aromatically in my diffuser right now. Christina is getting her oils aromatically in her diffuser right now. Or you can be, you know, one of those crazy oil people and just sniff it right out of the bottle. That is the fastest way into your bloodstream, is to just breathe it right in. It takes like 3 seconds. It's really, really, really fast. And then the third way, internally, supplementation. That's what we're really talking about tonight. Yes, you can ingest Young Living essential oils, and we'll talk about the oils that you can ingest. It's basically the white labels. Those are actually labeled for ingestion as a dietary supplement. If you guys can mute, I don't know who's unmuted. Thank you. So, and the other thing is our oils, our supplements, as Christina alluded to, are all infused with essential oils, which enhances the bioavailability of those supplements, making them far more effective, far more efficacious than just the supplements that I was buying on Amazon many, many years ago. So how does Young Living compare with others? Well, here's the thing. Why Young Living? So I questioned that myself over 6 years ago, probably close to 7 years ago. I said, what is the big deal about this Young Living? I keep hearing all about it. Why can't I just go to Amazon and get my oils? Well, what I learned was Young Living is the only company that has the seed to seal guarantee. And basically what that means is from the time that the time that the seed is sourced to the time that the bottle is sealed, you're guaranteed 100% purity, authenticity, no chemicals, no herbicides, no funny business. We have been in business for over 25 years. We basically wrote the book on essential oils, distillation methods, growing methods, harvesting. Gary Young, who was our founder, God rest his soul, he was so passionate about getting oils into every home because he knew the power that they had to support everyone's wellness. So that really kind of spoke to me. We also own all of our own farms. Being on those farms is the most amazing experience. I highly, highly recommend it. Okay, one thing I wanted to share real quickly, if you're not familiar, is all oils fall into 4 categories: grade A, grade B, grade C, and grade D. Grade A, those are genuine therapeutic grade essential oils, 100% the real deal. That is what Young Living offers. Grade B, those are food grade, okay? They may be used as a food additive to, like, let's say seltzers if you're buying those at the store, but they're not, again, therapeutic oils. Grade C, that's kind of like your health food store oils, your TJ Maxx oils, your Bed Bath & Beyond, etc. They may smell good, but they may not have, they may be cut with other things. And grade D is floral water. That's basically the trash water that comes from a grade A distillation. It smells good, but there's absolutely no therapeutic benefits in there. And the thing to remember is there's no labeling requirements for essential oils yet. I'm hoping at some point there will be. But basically, in order to label a bottle of essential oil as pure therapeutic, you just need to have 5% essential oil in the bottle, and the rest can be whatever else. And that 5% essential oil can be grade D, can be floral water, can be trash water. So you really want to be careful about where you're buying your oils from. The good news is all you guys here tonight are Young Living members, and you know how good quality it is. Okay, so But now, without further ado, we're going to walk through the starter kit like rapid fire oils that support the immune system, okay? Lavender, Swiss Army knife of oils. What does it do? It helps us relax. It helps us get stress-free. It helps us sleep. And what do those things do for our immune system, right, guys? Sleep, stress, right out of the gate. So put some lavender and Epsom salt, get into a bath, put some lavender in your diffuser and have a great night's sleep. Just put a drop on your pillow and have an awesome sleep. It is just remarkable. Peppermint Vitality. Christina, want to tell the fine folks about Peppermint Vitality and how we support our immune system with
I
that?
sure can. I'd love to. So peppermint, I love peppermint. It is one I keep in my purse, actually. That's how much I love it. I don't leave home without it. It's invigorating. It's energizing. It's got that mint flavor to it. It is going to be good for focus and for cognitive function. For me, I use this for stuffiness and allergies. So that is a go-to for me. Lemon is the next one. Lemon is cold pressed from the rind of a lemon. It tastes very lemony. It's citrus. It can enhance your food or water. I like to make my lemon buttercream frosting with this. It also can enhance anything. So the key ingredient in Thieves and Ningxia Red, so it's in those as well, really high in antioxidants. And so that means it's going to combat free radicals, help support a healthy immune system, things like that. This is a citrus, so the one word of caution is you wouldn't want to apply it and go out in the sun. Frankincense is the next one.
Yes.
I love Frank. He saves me on so many times, right? This is considered a holy anointing oil. This has been around, it's biblical, it's been around forever. Has been used in religious ceremonies for thousands of years. It is well known during the time of Christ and was one of the gifts given to Christ at birth. Diffusing it is great for calming and grounding. So this is one that I would diffuse this in a blend, like when we're all cooking dinner at the end of the day, to try to just bring everybody back down. It is also fantastic for your skin. I keep this bottle in my bathroom and I directly apply right to my face, especially with those like age spots that are starting to show. And it is wonderful in any wellness roller. I'll kind of put this in almost anything that I make that has to do with skin or healing, because it's just amplifies everything. It's just so wonderful. Thieves. So Thieves is fantastic. This is a Thieves Vitality. Oh, I almost dropped it. This is going to have your healthy immune system. Thieves is a proprietary blend for young living. In it, it has clove, cinnamon bark, rosemary, lemon, and eucalyptus. So I always say this kind of smells like Christmas to me. You can add this into like your elderberry syrup to make it even better for you, or put it in a veggie capsule like these and add a carrier oil and just swallow them and get it right inside of you. Like I said, I diffuse this right now once a day at least, to make sure that I just keep the home functioning as healthy as I can. And I have a fun fact about Thieves for you. So the Thieves Essential Oil Blend was inspired by the legend of the 15th century French thieves who formulated a special aromatic combination composed of clove, rosemary, and other botanicals they used while robbing the dead and the dying. So if you have a stash of Thieves products, right here, everybody can show their Thieves. So Thieves is the key ingredient in the Thieves household cleaner, which we talked about a little bit earlier today. Also, all right, the next one is the Citrus Fresh Vitality. So this is going to just be even more citrusy. It has orange, tangerine, grapefruit, lemon, and mandarin, and has a hint of spearmint. So it's a great blend to add to your water. It's full of those antioxidants and really can just help kick your immune system into high gear. Would be great in tea as well. When you diffuse it, it's very uplifting and fresh. So this is one that I would diffuse in the morning to help us get going. I love that one. Raven. So this is a powerful blend. It has Ravenstera, peppermint, eucalyptus, radia, and other essential oils. You can diffuse it or apply it to your chest. I actually keep a roller ball on mine and I wear it as a perfume. I feel like right now, especially with the mask, it has enough in it to help keep everything really fresh and help my airways stay open. I'm an asthmatic, so I love this. It really helps a lot. You can use it in a shower as well and kind of create that steam aroma. So if you haven't tried this one, I would recommend diffusing it because you will absolutely love it, or just rolling it right on. Die Guys is in here. This is my belly one. So this is all things tummy. I remember it because it kind of is like digestion when you read it. And so this is to help support a healthy digestive tract and immune system. I am a gluten intolerant, and so is one of my daughters. And so this is one that I use if we ever get gluten and we have something that's really bad. I will rub it on the outside. You can also put a drop underneath your tongue, or I just learned this really cool trick. If you put it on your thumb and hold it to the roof of your mouth, it actually gets even faster. So next time that happens, because it always does, someday I'm going to try that for that trick as well. So there's your belly oil. You have Pan Away. So this is a blend, and this has wintergreen, clove, that H word I can't say well, and peppermint.
Tough one. That's a mouthful.
It's a mouthful. I just can't seem to get my tongue around it. This is a stimulating aroma and soothing to the skin. It is ideal to apply before and after any type of exercise. So this is going to be if you have runners and you apply it to like your calves, or after a workout, if your like biceps are really sore, is going to help to give them the support they need so they can recover from that workout. Pan Away. Oh, that's one. Valor. So Valor, this is a wonderful, wonderful blend. A lot of people absolutely love Valor. I put this on myself before we started tonight with just doing a scent tent and rubbing it all over. So this is helps to balance your emotions. You can inhale it. You can also put it on your shoulders or the bottoms of your feet. And it helps to support your emotional well-being. It is really considered like the liquid courage, which is why I think it's in the Kid Power, and also why a lot of people will use it before they're going to have a board meeting, or they're jumping onto a Zoom where they're talking or doing any of those kinds of things. This is going to be that blend that will help support that for you. It's very soothing and calming, and it is really good for children. So diffusing that at the end of the day, or when you're having a really long hybrid day in front of the computer, it helps. I know, it helps. I do it. And then you have two more oils. So these I love, Peace and Calming and Stress Away. They do just that. Peace and Calming is wonderful if you diffuse it at night for sleeping, and also helps to kind of unwind at the end of the day. So for me, this is another, while dinner starts to cook, I will, before I start dinner, I start my evening diffuser, and this is one that I'll put in. And Stress Away, I will put in as well, but sometimes I used to use this even earlier in the day, depending on how school is going. And they're just both wonderful blends to just truly ground you and bring you down and help you relax and get past the stress that's happening. And Ningxia, we talked about this, but then you get these 2 packs of Ningxia Red. And we did talk about it. It is absolutely fantastic. I don't know if I need to go into any more than that, but I love it.
Which is the best.
It is. It's just the best. And the other 2 things that are in here are going to be 10 packets of your Thieves hand sanitizer and your little grab and go. I like to call it Thieves cleaning spray.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that starter kit is awesome. So if you don't have it already, which you do most likely because you're listening to this, it's just $165 plus tax, free shipping, the best value ever. And that is also, that starter kit's going to get you 24% off everything that we sell at Young Living, including the things that I'm going to walk you guys through right now. So without any further ado, we're going to beat Ningxia Red into your head tonight, whether you like it or not, because it is so amazing. So again, just kind of going back to the whole antioxidant load. 30,000 on that ORAC scale. Like that, just when I read that, my mind was blown. It was just like, oh my gosh, that's incredible. So obviously things I'm going to walk you through right now are things outside of the starter kit. These are kind of like next level things, level 2 things. These are the powerhouses that are really going to fire up your immune system so you can have a strong barrier to all of the things that are coming at you on a daily basis so you can fight them off, okay? And one thing I do need to mention, even though I am a nurse, I cannot treat, prescribe, diagnose, cure, et cetera, Tonight is for information purposes only. I said that a little late, but you know, it's in there at least.
It's
The
in there.
disclaimer's in there. So obviously Ningxia Red outside of the starter kit. In your starter kit, like Christina just told you, you're going to get 2 packets of these. But quite honestly, guys, if you're not buying the bottles, you're spending a lot more money than you have to. So what I prefer, every single month we have an Essential Rewards kit, and it's a 4-pack of the Ningxia Red bottles and then a 30-pack of the singles. It is the best value per ounce, okay? And if you are a budget conscious person like we all are, that is the game changer, best value per ounce, okay? I promise you. I did the math. I crunched the numbers. It is amazing. The next thing that is awesome for your immune system is inner defense. I call this the personal bubble, okay? Because it really, really is. This contains thieves, which we talked about, which I spelt wrong in the slide. Please don't shoot me. I was doing this completely distracted with my kids in my ear. So this slideshow did not go so well. Oregano, and there's a period there. Holy cow, this is awful. I'm going to just delete this lead. Thyme and lemongrass, okay? This is a capsule of those oils. Now, sure, you could make that capsule of those oils, but what I really find awesome about Inner Defense is that the capsule that it's made out of is designed specifically so it breaks apart in that specific area of your intestine where it's supposed to, where it's going to be the most maximized effect. Okay. Also, if you make a veggie capsule of those oils, you might taste it. It might kind of come up a little bit, and those are some powerful oils, so you don't necessarily want to feel those coming up, you know, whether you're burping or whatever. It just doesn't taste that great. The other thing about Inner Defense, this is definitely one I have on hand in the wintertime all the time. I have actually multiple bottles because I always want to have extra on hand, because when things do happen, I want to have plenty of Inner Defense to kind of get us through that period. So I like to take Inner Defense. I don't take it every single day, but if I'm feeling like I'm immune compromised, or if I'm around people that may be under the weather, or if I'm traveling, if it's 2019 and I'm traveling, or if I'm just kind of just not feeling right, I'm not getting enough sleep, I'll take one of these, and it really kind of just boosts my immune system. And the other cool thing, this is free in October. This is part of our monthly promotion in October. With your $250 or 250 PV order, you're going to get free Inner Defense. So I am pumped about that, because that is one of the oils or one of the supplements that is like non-negotiable in our house. Next is Life 9. Like Christina was talking about earlier, Life 9 is our probiotic. Life 9 is like, it's got like 19 billion different bacteria. It is super powerful. It is awesome. It is, it's been such, I used to buy one on Amazon. I'm a religious believer in Life 9. I take it every single night before I go to bed. You want to take it on an empty stomach. And the other thing to remember, if you're taking it if you're also taking Inner Defense, you want to space it out. You want to take this at least 8 hours apart. And the reason is because the oils that are in Inner Defense might gobble up the good bacteria that's in Life 9. So it's kind of like a moot point if you're going to take them together. You don't want to do that. So you want to make sure that you're spacing them out. KidSense Mighty Pro. This stuff is amazing.
Awesome.
This is a prebiotic and a probiotic. So the cool thing, and you don't have to be a kid to take it, okay? So don't feel like, oh, I'm not a young one, I can't take this Mighty Pro. You certainly can. This is such an incredible supplement. This came out a couple of years ago. It tastes like a pixie stick. It's in a little packet like this. Both of my girls love it. They have very despicable taste, so they know what they like, and they absolutely love this stuff. And the great thing about it being a prebiotic is that it's a type of fiber that the human body cannot digest, and it serves as food for probiotics. So prebiotics help promote beneficial bacteria by providing food and creating an environment where microorganisms can flourish, which is what you want. So this is awesome for the kiddos. I give this to both of my girls every morning with breakfast. They absolutely love it, and it's been such a good supplement for their immune systems as well as their gut health. ImmuPro is a chewable tablet. This one is wonderful. It's made from the Ningxia wolfberry, and then a blend of mushroom powders, a whole bunch of mushrooms that I cannot pronounce, so I'm not even going to try, in addition to zinc and selenium plus melatonin, which helps us sleep. So I will take ImmuPro at bedtime if I'm feeling immune compromised, or if I'm feeling like I might be coming down with something, or if I want to just get a good night's sleep, because I know it's going to help benefit my immune system. So it's really good. It's kind of like, I don't know, like a berry flavor. It's really, really, really good. And I also will give this to my kids as well if they're kind of feeling under the weather before bedtime. Then we have Mighty Bites. So if you're a mama or a dad or a guardian or a grandma or a grandpa, this is the children's multi-vite. So this is an amazing multi-vite. It's berry flavored. It's a nutrient-dense, food-based superfruit, plant and vegetable complex, and it also has this organ FA, which is the best source of natural folate available. There's a lot of synthetic stuff on the market out there. This is not synthetic at all. It's 100% USDA certified organic, and there's absolutely no synthetics whatsoever. Super C. So Super C comes in two options, chewable and tablets, okay? It contains 1,440% of the recommended dietary intake of vitamin C per serving. So not only is it fortified with rutin, citrus bioflavonoids, and minerals to balance electrolytes and enhance the effectiveness and absorption of vitamin C, there's also essential oils in Super C that may increase the bioflavonoid activity. So vitamin C, as we've probably heard over the last several months, is one of the most important vitamins required by our bodies. The ingredients in Super C play a role in normal immune and circulatory functions, help to strengthen connective tissues, and promote overall health, vitality, and longevity. And because our bodies cannot manufacture vitamin C, we need to consume it as a supplement. And you're not going to get what you need from your food. Even though I thought this for many, many years, there's just not enough food that you're going to consume over the course of the day to get what you need in your supplements. And then, but wait, there's more. Super vitamin D. This is the new kid on the block. I cannot tell you how excited I was when this was released back in June at our international convention. This is a highly absorbable, vegan-friendly, and completely synthetic-free vitamin D supplement. It's mixed berry flavor and it's chewable. So you actually, it dissolves and then you chew it. So I give one to each of my girls every single day. We know that vitamin D supports bone health, healthy muscles, respiratory health, and the respiratory immune system. So we've also heard some things over the last several months that many of the deaths that have resulted from the current situation, many of those individuals were lacking in vitamin D. So I don't know about you, but that alone was enough to make me really start paying attention to the vitamin D that I was consuming in my body. And it tastes good as well. Again, both of my girls, their palates are very picky. They enjoy the taste of this. Then we have KidSense Unwind. So this is another brand new supplement that just came out. Show of hands. Again, I can't see anything in the chat yet, but if you like Unwind, give me a comment. This stuff is awesome. I am taking this every single night. Again, I'm not a child, nor do I play one on TV. It is remarkable. So the cool thing about this supplement, it contains superstars like L-theanine, 5-HTP, and magnesium that are must-haves for bringing a sense of chill when your energy is high. So what are these amazing ingredients that I must have in my life? What's the big deal, Kristen? L-theanine occurs regularly in green tea. It helps promote a sense of relaxation while helping to ease occasional irritability. It also offers next day benefits, helping to improve focus and mental clarity in the home and in the classroom. Does anybody have children that may have a little bit of an issue with focusing? I do. My second one is my wild child. I've been giving this to her, especially on school nights, and it's really kind of helped take the edge off during the remote learning days. I don't know about in school because I'm not there, but it's been extraordinarily helpful for her to really kind of sit and focus and get her work done. 5-HTP is another ingredient that's in Unwind, and that works synergistically with L-theanine. 5-HTP promotes a calm state and relieves occasional stress. It also is kind of the precursor to releasing dopamine in your brain. And that helps affect mood and regulate mood. So if you're kind of dealing with some mood dips, this could be extraordinarily helpful for you or somebody that you love. And then, of course, magnesium. That is naturally derived and necessary in over 300 metabolic reactions in the body. Magnesium plays a role in defending against occasional sleeplessness and may also bring a sense of calm to your environment. So if you're dealing with any sort of sleep issues, magnesium can probably certainly help a great deal. And again, also mood. If you're an adrenal person like myself, where you're kind of running on a lot of stress here and there, and you don't manage it all that well, unwind could be really helpful for you. One of our amazing silver leaders, Kay Cooney, who you may know, she developed the coolest mocktail. It's called the K-Tini, and it's a packet of Unwind. It's 2 ounces of Ningxia Red, seltzer, and lime vitality, 1 or 2 drops. It is like the chill pill. It is so good. It is perfect for like that afternoon, like when you need to relax. Instead of reaching for like a cocktail, get your K-Tini and it'll rock your world. It's such an awesome, awesome combination. Okay, so those are the supplements, and I'm just gonna run really quickly through some powerhouse oils that I wanna share, and then we'll wrap it up and answer any questions that you have. Sound good? Okay, so if I were to share with you every single essential oil that's good for immune support, we'd probably be here all night. So I'm gonna just give you kind of the heavy hitters, and then if there are other questions, we can kind of answer those as well, because there are quite a few of oils out there that are great for immune system support. And the thing to remember is when you're looking at immune support, you really kind of want to look at it. I'm just going to mute that person. Oh, I think they might have done that already. You want to kind of look at it like diversifying your portfolio. And the reason is because, one, sometimes our bodies become desensitized to oils or to things, and they just don't work as well as they should or as they did in the beginning. And the second is everybody's different. So people metabolize things differently. So what works really well for one person may not work as well for another, and vice versa. So that's why we kind of throw a lot of stuff at you, and you can kind of pick and choose what you want to use and incorporate into your regimen. Okay.
Please don't get.
There we go. Okay, so powerhouse immune supporting oils. Oregano. You've probably heard of oregano before. Oregano. Oh, whoever is not muted, you just mute. You got a little cutie behind you. Oregano is a powerhouse oil. This one is fantastic. You can make a roller, like a wellness roller, with some carrier oil, and then roll it like on the soles of your feet or along your spine. That's another fantastic place to get oils. It also comes in a vitality oil, so you can put it in a vegetable capsule like Christina was showing earlier. If you're feeling a little under the weather, remember, oregano is what is in inner defense. So think about how powerful that might be. I'm trying to stay compliant in my language. It's very hard. ImmuPower. So ImmuPower is a combination of a whole bunch of oils. It's got some cumin in it. It doesn't smell amazing, but this is one that I bring out. I call this one the big guns when we're really feeling under the weather. So Thieves is fantastic for immune support, but ImmuPower is like, again, incredible. So again, I'll make a wellness roller and roll it along my girl's spine on the soles of their feet. I will diffuse that one as well. It is fantastic. And then Ravensara. Ravensara is free this month as well. This one is really known for respiratory immune support. This one is in Raven, so you can see why it's such a powerful oil. It smells really nice. And again, like I said, it's free this month with your 190 PV order. So those are 3. Again, those are the tip of the iceberg of the oils that are great for immune support. And like I said, if you are already a member with us, you've already gotten your starter kit. But for those that may be watching the replay, if you're not yet a member, please circle back with the person that invited you to this call tonight, and they can help get you started. We really kind of covered the oils that are in the starter kit on the left here, the premium starter kit with the diffuser. But believe it or not, there's multiple ways that you can get started. We have several different starter kits that all kind of lead you to the place of wholesale pricing with Young Living. So just depending on what your needs are, we have several different options. So, and there's actually a Ningxia starter kit as well that I did not put on there. Again, I did a horrible job making these slides. So with that, I think that's it. Oh, and then last but not least, if you are already a member, which you are, definitely take advantage of our Essential Rewards program. It is the best way to shop. And I mean, I know that's an opinion statement, but it really is. You're going to get rewarded for the things that you're buying on a regular basis. All of the things that we talked about tonight, you can put on your Essential Rewards order. And for every order that you place once a month, you're going to get points back and free product. You're going to get free gifts at 3, 6, 9, and 12 months. It's just an amazing program. So think about it like, let's just say the Target Red Card that gives you 5% back on your order when you order it. This gives you up to 25%. So it's really, really remarkable. And then you can cash those points in and buy free stuff and just pay for shipping. It's really awesome. And that is it. I'm going to stop the sharing of the screen and we can answer any questions that you guys have. I'm going to take a peek in the chat. Okay, hold on. How much Ningxia Red should we drink daily? That's coming from Michelle. Well, the recommendations on the bottle are 2 to 4 ounces. So it really depends on your personal needs and how you're feeling. More than likely, if you need some extra support, more is better. But I typically go with 2 to 4 ounces. So I'll do 2 ounces in the morning and then maybe another ounce or 2 in the afternoon if I make like a little mocktail with some seltzer. Just kind of depends. And I give my kids 2 ounces, especially during the school year.
Certain amount of product.
Okay. Yeah, let's mute somebody. If you're not muted, could you just mute yourself? Besides Christina. All right, want to know about overkill of too many products. Again, start low and go slow. So like if you're not using any of these right now, I wouldn't just go buy them all and start using them. Remembering immune support is kind of, you want to lead up to it. So if you really, really want to just start with something, I would say go with Ningxia Red and Life 9. Those are kind of the 2 core supplements that will get your foundation solid. And then as you need others, bring them in. For example, Inner Defense, Imu Pro, Super C2, that's another one that I would keep as in your foundation as well. Because again, you're not getting these things from your diet. I mean, it's just, unless you're eating massive amounts of fruits and vegetables, you're just not getting them. So I would say, kind of obviously go with what's based on your budget, but Ningxia Red, hands down, absolutely. Life 9, gut health, everyone's gut is in the toilet. Super C, fantastic. That's just overall wellness. I might even add vitamin D to that as well, just because now that we're getting into the winter months, we're not getting outside as much. We're going to need a lot more vitamin D.
Can I say something too, Kristen?
Yes, please.
So what I found when I was trying to figure out how to get well was taking the individual steps. I was able to truly assess, okay, this really worked. And when that fixed things, I could then determine what else needed tweaking. So I started with the Ningxia Red and I saw this huge jump and I was able to finally feel like I could start to function again. And from there, I actually added the cortisol because for me, having inflammation and having stress was a huge deal. And that was causing a lot of problems. So I added that. And then I've been able to get to a place where I feel like I'm, 85% there, where my body, like I am able to stay up throughout the day. I can function. I'm not dealing with immense pain. There was 9 months of my life, I wasn't allowed to pick up more than 6 pounds. I mean, what mother can't pick up 6? I couldn't even carry a laundry basket. It was insane. I'm past all of that. But if I had gone back then and done it all, it would have felt so overwhelming. I probably would have thrown up the towel and said, this is too much. So taking those steps, getting the biggest bang for your buck, and then tweaking it every month. And that's another reason why that Essential Rewards is perfect, because you can reach out to somebody else on your team or me and Kristen and say, okay, I'm starting to I got these pieces of my health under control. I really want, my eyes are really fatigued because I'm always on there. What can I take for that? And so you start adding and tweaking in after that, and you're just going to see such a huge improvement in taking those steps.
Yes, what she said. Absolutely. Just listening to your body. I think that is kind of the pivotal thing, because everybody's different and everyone's needs are different. So so really kind of playing around with that is super, super, super helpful. Let's see. Has anyone experienced facial breakouts with diffusing? I've not ever heard of that in my 6.5 years with Young Living. It could also be 17 years old, hormones raging, or toxins. If you're eliminating the toxins from your home, that could also be his body just releasing those toxins. So again, I don't know what your situation is, but those would be my thoughts right out of the gate.
Have him try the charcoal
Yeah,
bar. So I've added that to my daughters. They're 10 and 12, so they're starting to get that acne for when you're little. And that charcoal bar is really helping, really helping to just pull the toxins out, and then add some Frank to it, and he'd probably be good.
Yeah, definitely. That charcoal bar soap is fantastic. Make a cal for relaxation if you're an adult. Certainly, there's some magnesium in there, so absolutely.
Radical absorbance capacity. Well, thank you, Jeremy.
What's in your wellness roller? Karen is asking. So again, I change it up a lot. Again, I like to kind of switch it out, but ImmuPro or Thieves and some oregano, and maybe even just kind of replicating the oils that are in Inner Defense. Frankincense, like there's so many oils that are really, really good for wellness and immune support. But ImmuPro and Thieves are kind of like my standard bases, and then I kind of just add things based on what I'm feeling. Robin Sarah, good question. Okay, the K drink recipe. Okay, you ready? A packet of Unwind, 1 or 2 ounces of Ningxia Red, seltzer, just plain bubbly seltzer, and then a drop or 2 of lime Vitality, or whatever Vitality oil is calling you. It doesn't have to be lime per se, but lime is just awesome. Robin Sarah. Okay, Candy, great question. I got my Robin Sarah. I noticed it says diffuse for 3 hours. Is there a problem if it goes longer? No, I diffuse until my diffuser shuts off. So I think that's just kind of the standard recommendation is 3 hours, but we've never ever had an issue in all of the years that we've been diffusing a lot.
I diffuse 5 diffusers 24 hours a day.
Yeah, same.
They never said but I'm home all day, so they're just always going.
Yes. Okay. Do you have to buy a certain amount each month? This is Howard. Is this with, I'm guessing he's asking with Essential Rewards, and the answer is your minimum is 50 PV a month to be on Essential Rewards, and that equals usually about $50-ish for the most part. 50 PV and dollar and US dollar are about the same. Certain things are a little more, a little less, but it's a 50 PV commitment, but you can cancel it at any time. So just, speak to whoever got you started with Young Living. They can help walk you through that, and then help you kind of make a plan, a wellness plan, so you can decide what you want to order every month. So it makes sense for your budget, and it also makes sense for your wellness. Can you talk about which supplements you can take at the same time and which you should not? So like I had mentioned, I wouldn't take Inner Defense and Life 9 together. Otherwise, I just space my supplements out, just again, so I'm not overloading my liver with everything, which I used to do because it was just easier, but I've kind of learned that I want to kind of slow things down. So the only 2 that I would just say recommending to keep separate are Inner Defense and Life 9. Do you recommend Zyto over Itovi? Depends. They both provide good information, so it just kind of depends on the person. Does the D supplement have enough D? Yes, it does. Depends again. It has 50 micrograms per serving, which is 250% of the recommended dose for vitamin D. So, all right. Any other questions? I'm going to stop the recording.